In the small town of Milford, strange things had been happening for weeks. People were disappearing, and those who remained were plagued by strange visions and nightmares. Emily, a local waitress, had seen things she couldn't explain, and she knew that something was seriously wrong. One day, as she was walking home from work, she saw something glinting in the bushes. It was an eye, a large, unblinking eye that seemed to be watching her. She recoiled in horror, and as she did, she caught a glimpse of something moving in the shadows. Emily started running, but the thing pursued her, its presence growing stronger with each passing moment. She could hear it breathing, a wet, rasping sound that seemed to come from all around her. Finally, she stumbled into her house and slammed the door shut, locking it with trembling hands. She tried to calm herself down, but her heart was racing and her hands were shaking. That's when she saw a fish lying on her kitchen counter. It was fresh, but there was no explanation for how it had gotten there. Emily felt a sudden urge to comb her hair, and as she did, she felt something cold and hard against her scalp. It was a small machine humming quietly. Emily realized then that she was in grave danger. She didn't know what was happening, but she knew that it wasn't something she could fight alone. She reached for her phone, but it was dead. That's when she heard a knock at the door. She hesitated for a moment, but then she opened it, her heart in her throat. There, standing on her doorstep, was a man with a strange, crooked smile. He held out a hand, and Emily saw that he was holding something, a comb, a fish, and a small machine. She tried to back away, but he stepped forward, his eyes gleaming. Emily never saw what happened next. All she knew was that she woke up hours later, lying on the floor, with no memory of what had transpired. From that day forward, she was never quite the same. She saw things, heard things, and knew things that no one else could understand. And every time she looked in the mirror, she saw that crooked smile staring back at her, haunting her dreams and reminding her of the terrifying events that had changed her life forever.